Something happened on the way to the championship series. The Braves force a Game 5 after 95 years of Windy City waiting. What's another day? It's elimination time, and you know what that means. You better show up. Forget the bumps and bruises for the winner-take-all showdown, and you know what is on the line. A trip to the championship series. Hi, everyone, and welcome inside the Fox Network Center. Jeannie's Alaska along with Kevin Kennedy. Closed business Saturday. Tickets remain for this game, so maybe welcome to Wrigley Field South. Oh, absolutely. Half this stadium tonight is going to be full of Cub fans. They've been waiting an awful long time, a lot longer than the Braves. All right. He is public enemy #1 and should be grateful the series blew out of the Windy City. Robert Fick and his tomahawk chop on Eric Karros has made what Mark Manning cut his bank account by a few dollars. Kevin, he's saying he didn't do it on purpose. Well, he did do it on purpose. I mean, he wasn't trying to hurt Eric Karros. He's trying to knock the ball out of Eric's glove. I have never seen that before for all the world to see. I've seen catchers being taken out legally. I've seen second basemen be taken out legally, but that was an illegal play. He deserved to be fined, and he's not playing tonight, so there's no retaliation, Jeannie. All right, how about the big finish? John Smoltz admitting he spent the inning looking ahead to Sammy and thinking about the elbow.
I knew I was coming in to get ice. I know I can make good pitches and get guys out. That's really the extent of it. John Smoltz definitely not 100%. I mean, you see him grimacing on the mound. I noticed that he didn't have the feel for the pitch. He was grabbing his hand, his right hand, and he got away with one on Sammy Sosa last night. Almost out of the ballpark. That would have tied it. John knew it, yet he has pitched hurt before. He can definitely get it done.
I didn't want to admit it, but deep down in my heart, I just felt it was going to go 5 games.
He's got stuff, so we hope that he makes a few mistakes, and you know, if we're on our toes, we can hit a few up.
We gotta solve the riddle that is Kerry Wood.
Now, it may not come down to John Smoltz. I mean, it's all about figuring out Kerry Wood, as you just heard Bobby Cox say, and Chipper Jones. I mean, this guy's throwing 97 miles an hour, dominant. They got Mike Hampton. What you got to do with Mike Hampton? Make him work the count. He'll walk a lot of guys, as he did in the first inning the other night. If he gets in trouble early, that's when you got to get to him. Let him work the count, draw some walks, get some base hits early. Kerry Wood, you're looking for #1 right away. The Braves are going to jump on #1 immediately. All right, let's talk about another pitcher. To bad news today from Tim Hudson. He could not hide the injury. He left today's Game 4 at Fenway after 1 inning with a strain, they're saying, in his left oblique muscle. Now, the A's say they are not sure if he'll be available for the championship series, but you got to get there first, right, Kevin? Absolutely, and he was knocked out, and so were the Oakland A's by David Ortiz's first hit of the series, a double in the 8th inning with 2 outs, and the Boston Red Sox force a Game 5, Jeannie. Zito against Pedro Martinez. What a great matchup tomorrow night. But wait, there's more. All is well with the Yankees. David Wells pitched well. Matsui got it done again, opening up the ball game right there. After Bernie Williams drove in a run, he would score, and that's Matsui double. And then Nick Johnson gets his first hit of the series. He was struggling down there in the 9th spot. He would open up the ball game. I mean, a 6-run 4th inning for the New York Yankees. David Wells getting it done with defensive help from Derek Jeter right there. The Yankees were on all cylinders today, no question about it. I thought Wells would pitch well, extremely well, especially against the left. Can you say well in 1 second? It was a very good day for the Yankees. There you go. And he did. And he puts the Yankees right there where they want to be. More sense of urgency. That's where they played this time around. Look at the brackets. Boston waiting to see if they can do it and match up against the Yankees. And, of course, our game tonight, unbelievable. The Cubs and Braves Game 5 tomorrow. Pedro and Barry Zito. Can we talk about this? This should be a great matchup. We're talking about three days rest. Well, Barry's never done it, but it doesn't matter. I mean, come on, he's got the hammer for the curveball. He'll be ready. Pedro definitely be ready. I mean, it's one of the best games of the year. There's no question about that. The Yankees wait to see if they match up against the Red Sox or if the Oakland A's are finally going to advance, which they haven't done in the last few years. All right, all season long, Fox Sports and Sprint, Kevin, as you know, have been interactive. And during tonight's game, you're going to get the chance again to make your voice heard with Sprint Virtual Manager. Use your PCS Vision phone from Sprint or log on to foxsports.com to vote. We need to take you out to the ball game. Quick pick, Kevin. Come on. I'm giving you some of my airtime. I think Kerry Wood's going to be dominant again tonight. I just think his stuff is that good. 97 fastball, a hammer for a curveball. Mike Hampton, if he gets out of the first inning, he'll be okay. All right, everything is on the line. The Cubs' resiliency has been tested all season. Here we go again, but can the Braves really be on the verge of another postseason disappointment? One team moves on, the other gets a long vacation. I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget.
October, Fox is telling these beautiful European women that this $11,000 a year cowboy is worth $80 million in oil. We lied. Again.
And now to the best part, he's rich.
The next Joe Millionaire, an international affair. Monday, October 20th on Fox.
No two are the same. Their lives are as different as concrete and consulting, medicine and manufacturing. Here's to the small business owners, separated by the differences in where each is going, bound by the confidence they'll get there. Seeing small business differently. SBC.
We've all heard of Type A personalities and Type B. Then there's Type D, Dodge people who do it all. They grab the rugged Dakota Quad Cab SXT, the head-turning Stratus SXT, or the sporty Neon SXT, with 0% financing for 60 months or up to $2,000 cash allowance. All with Dodge's 7-year or 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Free the Type D in you. Get to your Dodge dealer and get the best values in America.
Get your home in shape for winter and don't pay till spring. Now at Menards. Save energy and money with John's Manville fiberglass insulation. It's all on sale. Plus, get up to $250 in rebates when you purchase John's Manville fiberglass insulation. Stop energy leaks around windows with insulator kits by Dennis. Choose from this kit for single windows or this kit for oversized windows. $4.94 each after $2 rebate. Seal in big savings at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
94.7 The Zone. New rock. Harder, louder, faster. The Zone rocks. Get up. Mornings with Brooke and Jill. If it rocks, wake up. It's new rock. 94.7 The Zone.
Tonight after Game 5, stay tuned for the post-game show live from Atlanta on Fox Chicago.
A raucous sellout crowd on hand at Turner Field in Atlanta for Game 5, the decisive game of this National League Division Series between the Chicago Cubs and the Atlanta Braves. And a pleasant good evening to you. Alongside Tim McCarver, I'm Tom Brenneman. Welcome, as always, to Playoff Baseball on Fox. The Cubs have not won a postseason series in 95 years, 1908, when they last won the World Series. But they certainly like their chances, Timmy, tonight with Kerry Wood on the mound.
He is an overwhelming talent. He beat the Braves last Tuesday night, retiring 22 Braves in 7 1/3 innings, half of those in strikeouts. Devastating slider, and on the other side of the ball, contributed to his own cause with a double in the 6th inning. I think the one thing you may see the Braves do against Kerry Wood tonight is take early in the count, because he does have a tendency to be wild. He walked 103rd in the National League this year.
Mike Hampton will get the ball on 3 days rest for the Atlanta Braves. He pitched very well in Game 2. 5 times in Hampton's career has he pitched on 3 days rest. His record, 3-0 with an ERA at 2.61. Couple of injury factors. Gary Sheffield is back in the lineup for Atlanta, and an inning-by-inning proposition for Kyle Farnsworth.
Talked to Dusty Baker about Farnsworth, that they can have Farnsworth pitch to them at some time during the game tonight. The Cubs could be in trouble in the late innings.
Well, here we are, Game 5. The Chicago Cubs against the Atlanta Braves. The winner will collide with the Florida Marlins in the National League Championship Series beginning Tuesday night. The winner could be long for the loser.
Gina, check this out. I'm sitting next to your new boyfriend. Don't you just love your new boyfriend?
I do love him.
As long as you're happy.
Pick
Picture mail that talks from Sprint. At Sprint stores, choose from a wide selection of picture phones starting at $99.99. Share it when it happens.
Donald, you shouldn't eat that way. It's okay. I had Subway for lunch.
Subway, delicious low-fat sandwiches, so you can feel good about being good and okay about being bad.
There's no easy way to say this.
Just kidding. You're fine. It's okay. I had Subway. I can't look at your face.
Subway, good, so you don't always have to be.
Come on in, Derek. Derek, I thought we had this thing worked out. I hear you're out dancing, eating, and just carousing with your friends. Is it true you're going out every night?
Absolutely not.
Good.
If you want to enjoy the New York nightlife, bring your Visa card, because Orso, Cheetah, and the Broome Street Bar don't take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Hey, Derek, we are running late. Sorry.
Division Series on Fox is brought to you by Kia Motors. Kia, make every mile count. By Sprint, proudly offering picture mail and PCS Vision picture phones. By Visa, it's everywhere you want to be. And by Subway, good, so you don't always have to be. Subway, eat fresh. Mike Hampton and the Atlanta Braves set to square off with Dusty Baker's Chicago Cubs in this decisive game of this best-of-5 series. And here's Dusty's starting lineup. Kenny Lofton will lead off in center field. Mark Rezolonic at second base. And Sammy Sosa, with just one RBI in the series, is in right field. Moises Alou is in left. Aramis Ramirez at third, with Eric Karros on at first. Alex Gonzalez a shortstop. Damian Miller behind the plate. And Kerry Wood is on the mound. Mike Hampton during the regular season, a 14-8 record. A good solid bounce-back year for Hampton after a couple of down years in Colorado.
And there's a big difference in the two pitchers that you'll be seeing tonight. Mike Hampton is a contact pitcher, meaning that he tries to get the hitters to make contact, particularly on the ground. A tight, compact delivery. He must stay down. A deceptive tight slider. And it's just the opposite for Kerry Wood. He does not have a tight, compact delivery. He doesn't have to stay down. And he does not have a deceptive tight slider. His is more of a swirler.
Timmy, you said to me before we got started here that you thought walks for each of these pitchers could be maybe the determining factor of winning and losing.
It could have been the determining factor the other night as Hampton walked the first two Cubs to face him in Game 2. That was last Wednesday. And Kerry Wood walked 5 and 7 1/3 on Tuesday night.
Here we go. Kenny Lofton digging in at .296 during the regular year. 12 home runs, 46 batted in, 4 of 17 in the series. He looks at ball one, and we are underway. Our broadcast also available in Spanish by utilizing the SAP button on your television. Great to have you with us. A beautiful night in Atlanta, and the crowd into it already. Hammered into right field. Giving chase is Sheffield, and it's up against the wall. A leadoff double for Kenny Lofton.
Kenny Lofton with his third postseason team. So many years with Cleveland. Last year with the San Francisco Giants and Dusty Baker. And this year for the Cubs. Obtained from the Pirates right at the trade deadline. An inside fastball. Hampton tried to get in. So Mark Rezolonic, you don't really know whether he's up there to bunt. If he fails to get him over, Lofton a stolen base threat at second base.
And bunting on the first pitch from Hampton is Rezolonic, who had 7 sacrifices during the regular year. He fouls it off. The Cubs with runners in scoring position so far in this series, just 9 of 43, a .209 batting average. Each team has scored 14 runs in the series. Atlanta with 3 home runs, Chicago with a pair. An early scoring chance for the Cubs. Bunted foul, and it's 0-2. Boy, the little things are the largest things.
Well, sometimes the failure to get a runner over can turn into a good thing for a ball club, too. Grudzielanek, a contact hitter, a tough 2-strike hitter. And I don't think he'll be bunting with 2 strikes now, because the odds are much better for him to swing away. That 2-strike bunt, it's good for pitchers and pitchers alone.
Down and into Grudzielanek. Still 0-2. Bobby Cox and Dusty Baker both in very good spirits before the ball game today. Both very much liking their team's chances of advancing on. You see very good numbers for Grudzielanek against Hampton. But this time he struck him out.
This is a disappearing fastball down and into Grudzielanek. Thing about Mike Hampton, oh, that was a slider. That was not a fastball. It disappeared, I know that. Tight spin on that one. This is a tough choice right here. You're in the first inning. Do you pitch around Sosa? You can't walk him because Moises Alou, the hottest Cub hitter.
Sosa 3 of 13 in the series. His lone RBI came against Hampton in the first inning of Game 2. Strike 1. Sammy disagreeing with that strike called by home plate umpire Jeffrey Kellogg. Dusty Baker brought his San Francisco Giants here to Turner Field last year and won the decisive Game 5, advancing on to the NLCS. 1-1 to Sosa. Sammy, 40 home runs during the regular season, 103 runs batted in. 10th on the all-time home run list with 539 career home runs. In the dirt, and Lofton will advance to third on the wild pitch.
Yeah, that's a ball that should have been fielded by Javi Lopez. Javi with his best year offensively. That ball right there, whenever you see a catcher extend that glove out, he exposes the heel of the glove, the hardest part of the catcher's mitt, and it caroms off of that. See guys with good hands like Pudge Rodriguez make plays like that, but often that's the wrong way to go about it.
Infield conceding the run except for Julio Franco at first base. Anything hit right at him, if the runner breaks, he'll come to the plate. And I would imagine the runner's going on contact in the opening inning tonight.
Sure. On any ground ball to anybody on the infield except the guy on your screen, Mike Hampton.
3-1 to Sosa. And he walks him. They're on the corners with one away, and Alou coming up.
Another big difference between the two pitchers tonight. With the runner on at third base and less than 2 out, Kerry Wood can get the strikeout. It's very difficult for Mike Hampton to get the strikeout because he has to stay down in the strike zone. And usually balls down on the strike zone, as we in the strike zone, as we said earlier, those are the ones that hitters make contact on. So don't look for too many strikeouts with the runner on at third and less than 2 outs from Hampton.
Alou has had an outstanding series. 8 hits and 16 at bats. Swing and a miss. Alou in his career a .391 hitter against Mike Hampton.
So far, the Cubs have not been patient on those sliders down and in by Hampton.
Lofton started the inning with a double into right field. Went to third on a wild pitch. Sosa walked. They're on the corners with one away, down and away. And that's a pitch Hampton is hoping that Alou will pound into the ground at one of his middle infielders.
That's exactly right. Whenever you're watching a game and you see a pitcher going away with the fastball, that's your double play ball. Pitchers never pitch hitters inside to get double play balls. It's always away.
A ball and a strike to Moises Alou. Wave through that pitch down and away.
Again, out of the strike zone. If the Cub hitters continue to swing at that pitch, there's no sense to throw him a strike.
Well, in years past, it has been a laid-back Turner Field crowd. Anything but tonight. Alou did not chase it this time. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now, Dusty Baker admitted even before the ball game that he has been far more aggressive with his base runners in this series than at any time during the regular year. You think any chance Sosa gets started? 2-2 pitch?
I don't think 2-2, but 3-2, you can book it.
Fouled away, and Sosa was not running.
Sammy Sosa with his first stolen base of the year last Tuesday night. After only 1 attempt all year, he was caught stealing 1 time and got his first stolen base.
And they have put him in motion 2 or 3 times already in this series.
Yeah, right.
Hampton runs it up and in to Alou. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
See, that's why you don't want to run him until the count is 3-2. 2-2's not a good time to run him because the pitcher may go out of the zone, which Hampton did. Now he'll be running.
The Cubs scored twice off Hampton in the opening inning of Game 2, a game they lost. 3-2 pitch. Sosa not going, and it's in the air, short left field. It will fall in front of Chipper Jones. Scoring is Kenny Lofton, and Chicago on the board.
The sequence to Moises Alou. Hampton never threw him a strike. 2-2. Now the 3-2 pitch, or the 2-2 pitch fouled away. Now it's 3-2. Off the plate, and an RBI single for the Cubs' hottest hitter, Moises Alou.
Alou now 9 of 17 in the series. He has 3 runs batted in. And now Aramis Ramirez, who's also had a pretty good series. 4 of 14. Hit 27 home runs during the regular year. Ramirez, along with Kenny Lofton, came over from the Pirates on the 22nd of July. The Cubs at the time were 1 game over 500. After the trade, 38 and 25. 2-0.
Talking about that ball Moises Alou hit, Sosa couldn't get a good read. That ball had enough hang time. Had Sosa gone on contact, he's on third base. But because he couldn't get a good read on it, he had to stop at second and make sure.
3-0 on Ramirez. Already 21 pitches here in the opening inning for Mike Hampton, and he's only recorded 1 out.
Runner on third, scoring easily. Sammy Sosa having to hold up on that ball hit to left field. And he'd been off on contact. He's on third base, but because Chipper Jones was close to it, he had to stay at second.
Strike at the knees, 3-1 on Ramirez. Ramirez in his 63 games with Chicago after coming over from the Pirates hit 15 home runs, knocked in 39 runs. without getting Lofton, Ramirez, and Randall Simon. The Cubs aren't playing here tonight.
Dangerous situation right here.
Tap to the left side. Castilla will go to second. Giles tries to turn it, not in time.
Ramirez grounding into 21 double plays this year. Terrific defense on the infield by the Braves. Castilla making sure one. Almost turned by Marcus Giles. Watch the takeout slide by Alou. Causing the throw not to be as strong as it normally would. Fine try by Giles.
Now Eric Karros, 6 hits and 12 at-bats. Hit a pair of home runs in last night's Chicago loss at Wrigley Field. Flying away ball 1 to Karros. A ball and a strike. Karros spent 12 seasons with the Dodgers and left L.A. as the all-time Los Angeles Dodger franchise leader in home runs. Duke Snider is the all-time Dodger home run record holder. Ground and foul. Karros got Russ Ortiz to make it a 4-2 game, leading off the 6th inning last night, and then got Will Pinane in the 8th inning. Two and two to Eric Karros. Runners on the corners, 2 away, break-even pitch is in the air and fouled out of play.
That's the one thing Karros has done the last 3 years. He did it the last 2 years with the Dodgers under Jim Tracy. Jim encouraging Eric, that the older you get, the more you have to go the other way, particularly with 2 strikes. You saw him pull the ball foul down the third baseline, trying to go the other way with that fastball.
Runners at first and third. Again a 2-2. Hampton thought it was strike 3. He was on his way to the dugout, and Jeffrey Kellogg said, hold on a minute. Bobby Cox and Leo Mazzoni letting Jeffrey Kellogg have it.
I think everybody went for the head fake there. Jeff Kellogg, watch his right shoulder. A momentary budge. Right there. Normally when an umpire will do that, an umpire's got rhythm like that. Looked like he wanted to punch him out, but didn't.
He does punch him out in the 3-2, and that'll end the inning. But the Cubs get a run. A leadoff double by Lofton. Alou knocks him in. Kerry Wood will take the ball, looking for his 2nd win of this series.
We got a situation. What's your 20?
I'm there. Do you have the right truck? Does your truck have a big block Vortec V8 and an Allison transmission? Does it have the most torque of any gas-powered heavy-duty pickup? Silverado. It's the right truck from Chevy. The most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road.
Inside that flashlight behind the new halogen bulb is something familiar. A battery. And while it may not be the biggest decision of your day, consider this. When the Rocky Mountain Rescue Group needs light to save lives, they trust Duracell. So, whether it's lighting up a mountain rescue or illuminating a world of wizards and hobbits, it just has to work. Duracell, trusted everywhere.
Turn up the heat with new Dentyne Fire. This is no ordinary gum. Ruby red shell outside, intensely cinnamon inside. It's new.
It's cinnamon. It sizzles. New Dentine Fire. Spark something.
Heartburn?
Yeah. I tried Pepsid AC, but it takes like 40 minutes to start working.
Tums starts neutralizing acid fast. I'm taking Prilosec OTC. Read the label. That can take 1 to 4 days to fully kick in.
Delayed release tablet.
Delayed release. Should say delayed relief. Take Tums. Nothing's faster.
It's got the calcium I need.
What more do you want?
I want Tums. Always fast, always calcium, Tums.
26-year-old Grand Prairie, Texas native Kerry Wood set to begin the bottom half of the first inning. Here's the lineup he'll be facing under manager Bobby Cox. Raphael for a call. The shortstop Marcus Giles at second. Gary Sheffield back in the lineup for the first time since getting hit on the hand by Mark Pryor in Game 3. Chipper Jones in left. Javi Lopez catching. Andrew Jones in center. A ladder third of Franco Castilla and Hampton.
266 strikeouts, the most in the major leagues this year. His scouting report, an explosive fastball and slider, but his control could be a problem. Durability, no problemo.
First pitch swinging for call. And a broken bat roller of Grezolana. Zero patience on the very first pitch from Wood by Furcall.
I was thinking the same thing. And for a guy like Kerry Wood, who has walked 100 batters, third in the National League. Russ Ortiz walked 102. That was the most. But if you're a guy like Raphael Furcall, he's got some power, but you've got to take it early in the count against Kerry Wood first time through the lineup.
Marcus Giles homered off Kerry Wood in Game 1 into left field. Fastball in there at 97 miles per hour. So the big Texan bringing the heat early.
Grand Prairie heat.
Indeed. And there's that knee-buckling breaking ball of Kerry Wood. If he's throwing that for strikes, it could be a long night for the Atlanta Braves. Two and two. Giles, a .316 hitter during the regular season, 21 home runs, 4 of 10 so far in this series. First strikeout of the night for Kerry Wood.
Overpowering fastball from Wood to get Marcus Giles. This is going to be interesting with Gary Sheffield coming up. Gary swinging. I heard you and Steve Lyons last Tuesday night talking about how Sheffield was swinging so hard he was off balance. And he can do that. What's cooking, folks?
Sheffield playing for the first time since he took this pitch off the hand from Mark Pryor. They feared at first it may have been broken, but x-rays were negative. Sheffield sat out Game 4, back in the lineup tonight. Fooled on that slider.
This is bordering on unfair right there.
Oh, 2. Threw it again. Sheffield checks his swing. They appeal, and Phil Cuzzy said he didn't go around. Chipper Jones waiting in the on-deck circle, hoping for a first inning at bat. He homered twice in the Atlanta win last night. And Sheffield a base hit into center field.
That's why that was such an interesting battle. A blistering fastball and blistering bat speed by Sheffield. Right back through the box and hit hard off Wood.
Chipper Jones, we mentioned a pair of home runs at Wrigley Field in Game 4 late yesterday afternoon, early last night. And Chipper took over the all-time National League Division Series lead with his 7th and 8th career home runs, breaking the mark of 6 he shared with Ken Caminetti. That fastball at 98 miles per hour from Kerry Wood.
Saw that throw over by Wood. One of the more remarkable statistics in the big leagues this year is that even though Kerry Wood is a power pitcher, only 5 stolen bases against him in 13 tries. Very unusual.
Why?
Reason for that is he throws to first a lot, and the reason it's unusual is because to be a power pitcher and throw a ball 98 miles an hour, you have to have a high leg kick. Wood is so strong, his leg kick isn't as high as most power pitchers, so he gets it home quicker.
Jones, prior to last night's game at Wrigley Field, only had 1 hit in the series through the first 3 games. Takes a breaking ball that got away from Kerry Wood high. 2 balls and a strike. So Chipper Jones batting from the left side is showing some of the patience you talked about that we did not see from the other left-handed batter in the inning for Cole.
Call swinging at the first pitch, but Jones in a good hitting position here.
Fastball to knee, strike 2.
As Chipper takes one right down the pipe. Well, Wood throws enough breaking balls behind in the count that you can't always guess fastball.
Breaking ball, strike 3 called, and Jones has words with Jeff Kellogg. 1 hit, 1 left, 1-0 Cubs.